Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hyperemesis Vlogs. Guys, looks like ages that I've done a video last, although I don't have, because I'm getting the channel updated. Welcome guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for viewing, for stopping by. Enjoy this video, enjoy the previous videos also, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you and welcome back. Thank you guys for engaging, for watching this wonderful channel, and thank you for sharing with those that need it, that need the lesson. Keep sharing, keep liking. Thank you guys so much. So basically this channel is about women health, pregnancy, motherhood. I share the journey as experienced, as learned, and my experiences in the first pregnancy, only pregnancy actually. Most of you start asking, am I pregnant? So my experience as a first time mom, as a first time being pregnant, and I try to chip in what you can learn, how I made some things better for me. As we know, pregnancy is different according to our body, according to our size. You know, we react to things differently, the same way we react to pregnancy differently. So because pregnancy was very easy for you, some people will say, oh, they didn't have any feeling at all, they just entered the labor room and brought for their baby like an Hebrew woman. That does not negate or undermine the person that has a different story, that had a lot of things, a lot of challenges that comes with pregnancy. Our body is different and we react differently. So we should learn how to accommodate each other's story, learn how to accommodate each other's personal story, unique story, embrace them and encourage on ourselves. So we will not shut down our neighbor. Maybe why someone is trying to tell you how difficult that pregnancy was, and you are there forming superwoman. While it's easy for some people, just like a menstruation is easy for some people, they don't feel any pain at all, you get, but accommodate ourselves. Let us learn to accommodate ourselves. Let us be ourselves that we do ourselves. I know that's a tautology. Let's accommodate ourselves, so it won't be we women actually shaming our fellow women. So guys, I've talked so far about a lot of my EBF journey. I talked about menstruation, how to track your period. So today I want to talk about Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Well, I think there was a time someone was asking me, I'm a medical practitioner. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm sharing my journey, my pregnancy journey, and there are a lot of things that I researched myself as I was experiencing them. Like when I took in and I started vomiting excessively, I could not hold down food, and I was admitted. I think when I was discharged, I checked the form and I noticed that they wrote the diagnosis as Hyperemesis Gravidarum. I googled what it was and tried to read more about it. So what is Hyperemesis Gravidarum? It's simply excess, capitalize that, excess vomiting in pregnancy. So guys, flashback to when I took in January. I went for an hangout with a friend that particular Sunday, January 2nd. So while coming back, my husband actually has called that he was purging, so I needed to get him some drugs at the pharmacy. So I branched. I just felt, okay, let me check my let me buy this over-the-counter test tube. So I think I got just 2. I'm going to share my story before then, how I used to have it at home before, but then I'll share that story some other day. Let me just focus on the pregnancy. Yeah, so I got 2. So when I got home that night, fortunately my parents were here with us. My dad pastors around where we're staying, so they had a program, and since it's quite far, they had to come. So that particular night, I met them at home. When I got home, I just lay down, and next morning they were able. So that particular night when I got back, I gave my husband his drugs to use, and I entered the restroom to check. Behold, I saw double line. Beautiful, right? But not to raise hopes, I didn't test anybody anything that night. I just waited till the next morning to check again and confirm. So behold, I was pregnant. So beautiful, right? I was having cravings for beautiful things. I started craving pepper soup. I think I ate it for a while before I even now chatted it. That's another mistake you should not make in pregnancy. Because you feel like eating something today, don't buy work. Because my dear, that thing that is really so nice to you today might irritate you tomorrow. So I noticed that I was taking pepper soup a lot. So I ordered the big bowl. Like I didn't make it for myself. I had to order the big bowl. My dears. But when I was complaining to the lady that I didn't taste as initial one I bought, that it's because I bought a bigger bowl. And I see they pour water for me. Then two, I got tired of it entirely. I had to give it out. Because my husband is not even a fan of all these things anyways. So I was craving that the time. So gradually it began to, my sister was intimidated that I should eat while I can, that there might be a time I won't be able to eat. But I thought I was like, no. Yeah, I'm eating now. I started finding myself not being able to eat. I order in fact I was my ordered agony beef. The episode was just tway. My dokunu that I love so much, my Ghanaian dokunu, I ordered it. Now, as much as I love dokunu, during my pregnancy I had to stop it at a point. It's not because I couldn't even tolerate it. Because of the aftermath taste in my mouth, it irritates me. No, because the way it's prepared with raw onions, fresh pepper, cooked boiled fresh pepper, then very fried pepper, then the dokunu itself and fish. So after eating it, I eventually become irritated by the aftermath taste, like as if I'm tasting onions in my mouth. So I had to stop. So I wasn't feeling well. That's where it started from. Then suddenly I started vomiting whenever I took. I could not hold down food. I was admitted the first time, barely how many months into pregnancy. Just looking all good. I was admitted and I was giving drips. Like I was dehydrated. I needed to be hydrated back. I was giving lots of drips, and when I was better, in fact, I got to the point that my urine was very clear. We were monitoring my urine, and I was discharged. I was giving some drugs, but it wasn't having any effect whatsoever. I wasn't able to hold down food. I tried every means that I know. My sister gave a lot of suggestions. I tried lemon. I tried what again? I think I chew ice block at the time. Anything just to make sure that I'll be able to keep down food. Sometimes this particular food I'm able to tolerate today, by tomorrow I won't be able to tolerate it. So it's becoming actually a big issue. So hyperemesis like Gravidarum is actually a very big challenge, because it comes now. It's even deals with us differently. Fortunately, people just have it for like a month, so they just take it and they're able to tolerate food afterwards. Some people 2 months, 3 months. Some people throughout their pregnancy, they won't actually be able to tolerate food. Yeah, there are people like that. I have to be praying that God, don't let this hyperemesis, don't let this pass this first trimester, because I can't imagine. As much as I don't eat flat, but I love to eat, but I'm not an eater. But of course, I love to eat. So I was really missing out on eating meals. I'll see things that are interesting to me, but I won't be able to feed on them and that. So I was discharged, back to it. I was able to hold down food. I was vomiting to the extent that my throat got busted, literally, because blood was coming out from my throat also. Whenever I vomit, there's always a drop of blood, because that's how I'm using all my power, all my energy to vomit. That continued like that. I was admitted twice. Was it twice at Yvonne? Then the third time was at Papa General Hospital. I'm going to make a special video on my experience with them at Papa General Hospital. But the viral prayer is that God continually keep us, and we should not keep our mouth shut. We should open our mouths. We should try to read these things. So there's this trick I do even till now. If royalty is being prescribed a drug at the clinic, I make sure I Google it first to know what it is about. Same to me, even before I got married, if I'm being prescribed any drug and I'm taking a leaflet to the pharmacy, I'll pick up my phone and check Google. And if when I'm not clear, I have a sister that is in the health line, my biggest sister. I'll call her, be like, this is the drug they gave to me, or this is what she knows, this is what she needs to research. She should research, okay, you can take it and that. So I didn't just take everything hook, line and sinker from them, like, no. Because we are humans and we can make mistakes, so that's why you have to ask questions, because it's your life after all, it's your health after all, so you don't have to be just dormant and quiet about it. So I challenge things, I ask questions to know what exactly I'm being given to. So for my first trimester, it was thankfully I was able to tolerate food by fourth month, gradually in 5th month. It was better. Not as if I was eating as much as I was before I took it, but at least it was better than me not taking anything at all. So how do you think you can manage Hyperemesis gravidarum? So my best knowledge of what I can say is like things work for us differently. My other sister said she had similar, but not as much as mine. She had similar experience and lime was working for her. When she takes lime water, I think lime water or lemon water, either of the two, it helps settle down her food. Then on the other hand, that wasn't working for me. Chew block, you do this, there are a lot of things you do. In fact, Dr. Esther was saying when I complained then about how much I was vomiting, she was like, I should keep just trying to make sure I get something down, because she said her pregnancy throughout, that is some people actually experienced it throughout. She experienced Hyperemesis gravidarum, that she could not actually take down anything, so she has to get into the clinic. She's a doctor, medical doctor. So once in a while she goes to the doctor and to the clinic to get drip, to be hydrated back. So it's that bad. So when you see a woman that's pregnant, don't act like a superwoman and to think yours is better or best. In fact, it got to a point, my friend actually calls, she just gave birth then. So when she called me, she'd be like, have you eaten or this and that? I'm like, I can't take down food. So I think she felt something like I can control. I told her like, please, so because you didn't affect it, does not mean I'm lying about my situation. In fact, I don't even like talking about it anyways. I was very thin. Probably I will share a picture. I was very thin like this. Eventually, I was very, very slender. I dropped about 10 kg during pregnancy. During that first trimester, I was very slim because, of course, I wasn't eating. I wasn't eating at all. So how I was able to manage it was just basically, because the lime didn't really work for me, to be sincere, but cold water helped me. I could not tolerate warm water. And this is my doctor, let me say the doctor, the gynecologist that I joined, I mentioned it earlier, there's a gynecologist group on Facebook. You can join, ask the gynecologist. Dr. Esther Jedediah is there, and you can pay for subscription. I think it was 2K I paid, I can't remember. No, sorry, not 2K, this was 10K. So aside to my normal routine visit to the clinic on my antenatal, I joined that to make inquiries and also be in the group with fellow women, ask questions, get questions answered, because you can't always bust out to the clinic, so you can always open your phone and chat doctor on some specific things. So Dr. Esther made us know that the end point of it in pregnancy is that you have to be hydrated for yourself and for your baby. So a lot of people say don't take cold water. Not just to ask to not to cause trouble. I just said I'm heard because not everyone have to be explaining to. But I'm telling you, I took cold water. It's up to me actually to because I wasn't tolerating warm water. And there's some people they can tolerate warm water, they can't tolerate cold water. But the cocoa is that be hydrated. Take enough water, like enough. You need a lot of it for your body. You have to take a lot of water. So that was the case. Water is good. Lots of water. When I was able to start taking water back, in fact, I was taking up to a bag of pure water. And the way water is packed in Nigeria, that's 50 cl per sachet. That's about 20 or 50 cl in the bag. So I was taking up to that, close to that every day. I was really taking water. And I think that also helped me. Like, it's, when you're hydrated, it helps you too. Your baby too is fine, because dehydration can also affect the baby. So, that about that, water is safe. Any temperature of water is safe in pregnancy. Just make sure that you're hydrated. So when Dr. Esther said that cold water is fine, I just made sure I was taking enough water. I was drinking water. When I was able to eat, what I learned later was that I should not store food. So there was a time I was eating a particular food. So when I cook food myself, I eventually get irritated sometimes. So I once in a while eat out. So So there's this tasty rice, ajoke rice. There was a time, I think the first time I tasted it was when I was pregnant. Then I noticed that I was able to tolerate food. It has a little pepper. I started buying it. All of a sudden, just switch. I was tired of it again. So like that. So the lesson is, do not store a particular food just because you're able to tolerate it for that moment. Does not mean you tolerate it forever. So buy what you eat at that moment. And I was able to tolerate like chicken bob rice too. But I was selective. But anytime I was able to tolerate it, I made sure that I eat well enough for that moment. At least I'll be satisfied. And I was able to keep it up till I was able to eventually eat well. Towards my end of trimester, I was feeling quite alright, quite fine. So for hyperemesis, Gravidarum, the trick to it is remain hydrated. If you need to go to the clinic, please do. If they need to give you drink to get hydrated, please do. It's necessary, and pregnancy is a wonderful journey. Don't let me say otherwise. It comes with different packs for different individuals. So different pack for you, a different pack for me. But try to understand your body, and the end goal, like, you should be fine, and your baby should be fine also. So if you have a hyperemesis, you should try to visit the clinic if you need to get drip, make sure you're hydrated. Try to look for what you can tolerate. If it is block that you can chew, it doesn't stop vomiting. You can chew block, you can take a lot of water, and don't worry, God will see you through. That's what we tell people. I read of someone on Facebook, she just gave it to her daughter. I think she had the hyperemesis all through the pregnancy. She kept vomiting. I kept seeing some pictures she upload about being in the hospital, giving drips, and so people like that. Just make sure that you're fine, and don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. That has given you the strength, the super mom. So guys, that's basically all today about hyperemesis gravidarum. Do want to share this video with women in your circle, pregnant or not, because eventually they will learn one or two things here which can also help someone in that situation. If someone vomiting excessively, you can give them ideas of what to do, and if all options are not working, there was someone taking honey and water, lime and water, but there was someone taking this cocoa drink my parents take, or sweetened cocoa. I was taking it, and this night it was working for me. So you try to just don't drink beer water. If beer water, I mean ordinary water, without anything. If it irritates you, you can add a drop. At the time I was adding Ribena to my water, just to make sure I take enough water in a day. So basically, the end goal is for you to take enough water, be hydrated, and don't worry, keep the positive energy. You'll be fine, the baby will be fine, your babies, they will be fine if you're carrying multiples. And guys, that is about the hyperemesis gravidarum today. Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, share with women in your circle, share with everyone and everyone and everyone and everyone. So guys, that'll be all. See you next time. Bye.